Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here playing some more Warhammer Combat Cards campaign mode, continuing with the exploration, the Fall of Medusa V. We're on day 2, and this is part 2 of 3. The modifiers have changed to increase the level of the cards to the point where they have just unlocked the tier 3 version of the trait. Everything else remains the same, and we've got a new set of rewards. I just finished the 4th game and I'm at the boss level. So, we'll see what happens here. The boss levels, at least for the first day, were quite a bit more difficult than any of the other levels. So, what I want to try here is using the avatar. So far, I've been alternating between the Deathblow avatar build and just a pretty standard Rakarth build. It's a hybrid of ranged and melee. I wanted to see if I could make this work. Kind of leans a little bit more heavily on the ranged. And I just wanted to see if I could make Rakarth work without Psykers. It's worked so far, but I don't know how it's going to do against the boss. But for this, I'm going with the standard Deathblow avatar build. This is very similar to what I use in ranked mode. And we got our 3 Deathblow units in here. The Wraith Lord, the Solitaire, and then the Howling Banshee Exarch, which does not have the keyword. It's the only non-keyword card in this deck. Now we've got the rest of the things are fodder. We've got the 3 ranged units with no melee attack, the Dark Reaper, Scourge, and the Wind Rider. We've got a Razorwing Flock with taunt, and then the Witch with poison. So Avatar itself is at level 4. And let's go ahead and deploy, and we'll see if we can make this work. This is actually the first time I've played the boss match. Now, on day 1, I lost very badly when attempting to use the avatar. But I was running a different build then. I wasn't actually using this specific Deathblow avatar build. And we're up against the same Warlord. We'll see if he's running the same composition of bodyguards. We do actually have the initiative this time around. So there he is at level 7. Very fearsome sight to behold. 328 health. That's huge. So far, I have not faced Scragbad. This is the first time on day 2. So they're running some Chaos cards, it seems. As we progress in the campaign, in the explorations, I suppose more and more Chaos start popping up, mixed in with the Orks. Okay, this is very different. We've got 2 Bloodletters, and then, perfect, we've got the Wraith Lord. So we're going to drop down the Wraith Lord. Oops, I actually probably should have kept the Dark Reaper in the middle. Wow, lots of Deathblow there. A whole lot of Deathblow. And we're going to start off with a ranged volley. We'll be able to actually destroy almost everything. If I'd kept the Dark Reaper, we could have wiped out their whole front line on turn 1, but that was a bit of a mistake. So, very good start so far. Now, of course, these ranged units are not going to be getting anything from the Aura of Rage. Another Bomb Squig, and there's the Squiggoth, the big guy. That's the guy we have to watch out for, especially because when they go melee, that thing's going to be healing for a whole lot of health, but we can see the Wraith Lord already at 101 damage. So it's extremely powerful, and it's just going to continue to be getting more powerful as the cards are destroyed. Now let's see here. I think what we want to do is probably put down this one. Although we could go for the ranged attack. Okay, well, I think we're gonna try this out. We will go ranged, but I'm going to. Yeah, we're going to just keep the Wraith Lord in the center. When the Deathblow goes off, it will most likely kill the Squiggoth, I think. Or at least deal enough damage to severely cripple it. So, Wraith Lord is at 121 melee, and yeah, the Deathblow is 105% to the target across and 45% to the other lanes. And we'll put the Razorwing Flock down this time with Taunt. This Bomb Squig does actually have enough attack. The taunt should survive here. Okay, another big boy deploying to the field. Yeah, they're really bringing out the big guns this time. And once again, healing when they go for the melee. So, okay. The Wraith Lord survives. 141 damage with the counterattack there. Oh no, but the Bomb Squig. So the Bomb Squig actually took out the Wraith Lord that time. That was pretty brutal. And there it goes. Dealt quite a bit of damage, but not quite enough to take out the Squigoth. And the Howling Banshee is the one getting all of the stacks there. Now I do have a pretty big melee attack built up. We got the Solitaire. Okay. Risky business here. And they've got another Berserker. Ooh, that's going to be pretty nasty. Now, does this actually affect... Okay, I don't think that affects Chaos cards, at least. Hopefully not. I wasn't actually paying attention to the Bloodletters, but, yeah, if it does... You know what? Yeah, let's go with the Wind Rider over here, and... We could try the charged up melee attack. I think that's really the only option here. We have to take out this guy before he gains any more health. So, yep, here we go. Solitaire going in for the kill, taking down the Squigoth, and it does get the plus 15 melee. And so the Beast Boss survives counterattacks, but then it triggers the Deathblow, which kills off the big guy. And now they'd have to bring out Scragbad himself. And let's go with... Let's see, the Solitaire is at 135. I think we will go... We probably don't want to poison that Berserker, so yeah, we'll just put the Witch over here. Not sure if that was the right choice, actually, in retrospect. Because now the Solitaire is going to have to go over and face off against the Hellbrute. And, okay, we got the Avatar on the field, and now, yep, I mean, either way, they have so many Berserkers. Maybe including a card with poison was not the smartest choice here. Alright, well, see how much damage we can do. So the Solitaire can deal plenty of damage. I think we're just going to have to ready here, debuff their melee. Hopefully they don't go for the melee attack. Because again, at the start of every turn, everything's getting additional melee attack power. So they are going ranged. Yeah, I mean, this guy is just really scary at this level. I can only imagine what he's going to be like at max level. So plus 9 stats every time he takes damage. And of course, the longer he's on the field, he's going to be gaining melee attack. And also, that is an amazing amount of damage, though, I have to say. Look at that. 106 damage from the... Okay, because we do have the charged up attack. Yeah, I think we will just play it safe, though, and just ready. Don't quite want to go in until we are sure that we can finish this guy off. We'll see if they go for the melee attack, but... Nope. They are continuing to go ranged, and this is where you can kind of take advantage of the AI. If you have a vastly superior melee, then it's unlikely that they will go for a melee attack. Unless they're able to destroy your Warlord, which in this case, not even close. So, at this point, we do have enough damage. 410 damage on the Solitaire. And that is just ridiculous. A 4-point card able to deal 162. Let's go ahead and finish these guys off. That actually worked like a charm. So, yeah, it looks like the Avatar is back in business. I mean, this was an interesting combination of cards. They had those Bloodletters. It's pretty much like all Deathblow or Berserkers, like weak Deathblow units and really strong Berserker cards. But yeah, we were able to get through in the end, in large part thanks to the Deathblow. But yeah, it does help when you kind of funnel all the bonuses from the Avatar into those Deathblow units. Go ahead and claim the Plasma there. Now, I did see a number of builds that people were posting on Discord, and if for anyone who is wanting specific advice on how to get through these levels, especially the boss levels, I would highly advise you to check out the Discord. You should be able to find it through a Google search. I'll maybe include a link in the description, but people are very good about sharing ideas on there. and it can really help you, I think, especially if you're a lower ranking player. But yeah, I saw some people posting some really powerful decks that were able to get through day one without any losses, but oftentimes they include cards that lower ranking players might not have, such as the Wraithseer and the Yunkarn. Both of those, when combined with Rakarth, are extremely powerful. But there are also some cards that are surprisingly good. Now, I use the Witch, the 4-point Witch in that one, but another one that I've seen players use is actually the Akathist, which with regeneration, it can gain a whole lot of health, and the longer it stays alive, it'll keep getting the +5 melee each turn. So this thing can potentially deal a whole lot of melee damage if it's able to survive long enough. Interesting card there. So yeah, let me know if you have any other interesting ideas or certain bodyguards that you think work especially well in this exploration. I think largely day 2 is pretty much the same as day 1. Obviously the traits are a little bit stronger, and it looks like the enemies are a little bit different. Got some more chaos added into the mix. But that's it for this boss battle. But the video's not over yet. I just have to show you one more battle here. This was in level 4 of the campaign. I've actually increased the speed by 30%, so this one's going to go a little bit quicker. Again, I'm using the exact same Deathblow avatar build, this time up against Ghazghkull Thraka. And this resulted in some pretty spectacular moments for Deathblow. So if you want to skip ahead to the action, just go towards the end of the video and you'll see what happens. But at the beginning here, I've deployed 2 of my ranged units along with the Howling Banshee Exarch, and you have to deal with some of these tough guys. We got the Mega Nob with the triple shields and the Killakan. So that was a bit of a rough start there, and oftentimes that is the case when you are using this Deathblow build, because you're deploying these weaker ranged units. It seems like you're kind of struggling, but then I was able to get the Wraithlord out early on, and this Wraithlord in this match was the MVP. I know a lot of players aren't a big fan of the Wraithlord because of its pretty low attack power and generally weak looking stats, but with the avatar it is definitely one of the strongest cards possibly in the Aeldari roster. Now, is it the best one to be using in this exploration? I wouldn't be so quick to say that. However, in this case, it really performed quite spectacularly. So you can see here, already getting quite a few buffs, and I decided to deploy the Razorwing Flock with Taunt, so that's going to take a bit of the brunt from the melee attack they have there. And with the counterattack actually dealing a huge amount of damage, taking down the Killakan and getting even more buffs to these 2 Deathblow cards. At this point, have a little bit of a debate on which card to deploy, but decide to go with all 3 Deathblow cards on the field at the same time. Now, we've got a big enough melee attack charged up that we can easily wipe the board here. Howling Banshee Exarch is very low on health, but it has built up so much attack power that when it dies, it will be dealing some severe damage to the enemy, and especially because it's in the center lane, it's going to be hitting all 3 enemy cards. And Taunt, actually, they deployed something with Taunt, but the Taunt does not actually force the Deathblow to attack that card. It just goes straight into the middle, as you will see right here when the Howling Banshee Exarch dies. So lots of damage right there. The other 2 bodyguards still have a pretty good amount of health, and the Wraithlord counter-attacking there. So our melee attack now has been debuffed by the outflank that just we got hit by with the war biker, or the orc biker there. Go for the ranged attack this time with a Scourge on the field, and that doesn't quite finish off the Nob with the Taunt there. And they've got a pretty big melee attack charged up, so now they go for the melee. Fortunately, the Solitaire survives. If it had died there, that would have been a huge waste of its Deathblow. But because it survives, now the enemy Warlord is about to deploy to the field, And all I have to do is just keep those guys in their respective lanes, and the Deathblow will do the rest of the work. As you can see here, 2 Furious Charges coming in, which destroy the Deathblow cards, but then there goes the Deathblow just dealing a tremendous amount of damage. And before the turn even starts, the Deathblow just kills the Warlord. I don't know if I've ever seen that particular thing happen, but that was a sight to see. So that's why I love the Avatar so much. It's just a whole lot of fun when you can get those Deathblows lined up, especially when they're able to take out the Warlord. It's incredibly satisfying. So if you don't have those cards like the Wraithseer or the Incarn, then perhaps you could give the Deathblow Avatar build a try. It's a little bit risky, but when it works, it is a whole lot of fun. So here we're just opening up a pack, and you can see some Chaos cards are also mixed in there, along with the Orks and the Aeldari. But hope you enjoyed that one. I sure did. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.